Hello everyone, happy Thursday. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful day. Today I want to talk about joining a Windows 10 machine to a 2019 domain environment. So in this video I want to show you guys how to join a PC to a domain, verify, test it, log in, maybe throw in a little user setup as well. So let's get started. This is my Windows 10 machine. So let's go ahead and check some information. So my IP address is going to be 172.16.20.10. This is the network that we're going to be using. This is my NATed network that's going out, so ignore that for now. So let's go to Windows Server 2019. Let's do the same thing. Let's clear that out. Let's do an IP config. And this is the IP information for my server. So this is the Active Directory setup. This is the domain infosecpat.local. Before we get started, actually let's create a new user and we'll name him new user and we'll name him Ryan, because I have a good friend named Ryan. So we'll have his login as Ryan as well, and his password would be password. We don't want that. We can have it never expire. So let's, okay, I need to create it complex. Sorry, Ryan, you can't have a simple password. Okay, so let's see if that works. Boom. All right, so now we have Ryan set up in Active Directory. So this is like, say for an example, you're a help desk guy or you're a sysadmin that you had a new employee start, and this is the process you would go. You would add Ryan to Active Directory, then you would go to Ryan's computer. In this example, we'll use Windows 10 as Ryan's computer. So let's go to Control Panel, System, wherever you are, System. So the name of this computer is Windows 10. So what we're going to do is change the settings here, and then we're going to put the domain as infosecpat.local. Now this is the username and password that has permissions on the domain controller. So usually you would use a domain admin or an administrator account. So in this case I want to use administrator. Hit OK. So give it a second, and then now it's joined to that domain. It's going to ask to reboot. Now we have Ryan's computer on the domain. So now as an admin or as the help desk person, you would go back onto the domain. Once that's joined, you'd go to computers. Let's refresh this. You see Windows 10 here. That is awesome. So now we're going to go back to Windows 10, and we're going to have Ryan, in this case, log in. So with that being said, we're going to hit Other User. See, we're going to log in to the InfoSec domain. We're going to put it as Ryan, R-Y-A-N, and with his fancy password. So now Ryan is logged into the computer. It's going to set up, do the initial setup for Windows, and all that stuff. So give that a minute. All right, maybe a little more than a minute. But this is pretty much the process to get it on the domain, new users, new computers. So how we can verify that is we can go to Start Run CMD, and we can run a command, who am I? See, we are Ryan, and we're on part of the infosecpat domain. So we can make sure we can ping infosecpat.local, and it's resolving. So everything should be good. So one more thing, let's just go check in DNS. So let's just go in DNS. We can refresh this. We should see Windows 10. Awesome. Let's go ahead and give this a shot and see if we see Windows 10 in the reverse lookup zones. And we do. So that is pretty much the process of getting your Windows 10 computer set up on Windows 2019 Active Directory domain setup. So the next video, what I'm probably going to do is take this 2016 box and join it to the current forest, so we have two domain controllers. Because as you see here, let's go back into Active Directory. Best practices, see, we only have one domain controller. Best practices is to have multiple domain controllers, just in case, God forbid, one fails or anything like that. Then you have multiple to replicate, and we can get into replicating and then get into sites and services, setting up the networks and everything like that. But for now, hopefully this has been great video for you. You learned something. Just give me a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe. If there's any requests that you would like to have, shoot them over to me and I'll make it happen. This is a request strictly from a friend named Ryan. So shout out to Ryan, and thank you so much for viewing, and have a wonderful day.